What's up, everybody? You know I'm late, but I'm gonna give y'all a good show, so don't even trip. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and let's get into it. Real quick, I want to say shout out to you guys, my AT tubers, because we already have surpassed 60,000. Now we're at 61,000. So thank you, everybody. But what's up? It's your boy AT2 here, bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And we're going to talk about Milagro. For those of you who don't know, the lawyers dropped her and it got approved by the judge. On top of that, we're going to talk about this whole TD Jakes. Is he possibly suing Larry Reid? We don't know, but from the looks of it, it looks like it's pointing more towards that way. And should Larry be nervous about it? Absolutely, he should be nervous. But let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, beautiful? How you doing? What's up, Peaches? What's up, Winnie? What's up, Tanya? What's up, Beauty for Ashes? What's up, Denitria? Shout out to Denitria. And by the way, thank you guys on my community post. There's a Q&A section, so make sure you guys go ahead and participate, and I'll be answering that on Friday when we do the 5-year anniversary. Man, I can't believe it's already been 5 years. That is crazy. What's up, Joy? Who else? Queen B More. Oh, and by the way, we're going to talk about Tory and the stabbing. Now, I can't play the video. They'll definitely strike my channel, so will not strike it, but they'll do that whole 18 and up, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen it. It is graphic if you've seen the pictures. Yeah, it ain't looking good. What's up, Michelle? Well, hell, let's dive into it. So for those of you who don't know, last night, and I seen it last night, so I'm figuring it released last night because I think more people would have been talked about it during the day if it was released earlier. But Tory Lanez, they leaked that video of him getting stabbed up. Now, whatever PO is pissed off at Tory, they went ahead and snuck it to the media. They gave it to the Shade Room. I seen DJ Academics at it. And, yo, let me tell you, you know I've been very critical of Tory, but Southern Belle, I was even all like, Tory, get up! Get up, Tory! Get up! Like, the way his act, like, Tory was literally fighting for his life. And the way he was trying to get up, and the dude was just holding him down. Y'all, Tory is lucky. He is lucky. That's all I can say. I was literally screaming like, Tory, get up, get up, get up. Like, and let me tell you, I also think those POs and those correction officers in there, I don't think they like him. I don't think they like Tory. Because there are people around. Like, you can't see the officers or anything like that. But there's like a guy who walks up the stairs past them. And then you see Tory, you know, that's when the guy bum rushed him and then started stabbing him up. Like, whoo. Man. I don't think they liked him in there. And so, you listen, we hear about the stories. If they don't like somebody, they'll let one of the prisoners handle you. Now, I don't know why they didn't like him or whatnot, but I'm not going to say they knew. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. However, yeah, you seen that period? The two black men, they walk right past them. Yep. They were like prisoners or whatever. They're not the officers, but yeah, there was like two black. They walked straight past them, like, okay. Yeah, leaking the video. Now that's wrong. And then you don't feel bad because then I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but the people who are anti-Megan, people who hate Megan, they're like, oh, well, see, he had a video. Megan didn't release her video of the shoot. Now, stop being effing ignorant. You know there ain't gonna be no video of Megan getting. If there was a video, it would have been played or whatnot, right? So yeah, I hate that people are saying that or comparing the two situations. I would never say that Tory, and I wouldn't even say that Tory didn't get stabbed or whatever and try to do the vice versa or whatnot. Like, obviously he did, you know, and yeah, by the grace of God, he made it. Now, the guy, the prisoner, he said that he wasn't, I think his name is Mario or something like that. He said that he wasn't trying to kill him, but I said the K word. He wasn't trying to unalive him. However, he heard that Tory put a hit out on him, and he said him and Tory were cool. He heard Tory put a hit on him, so he was trying to hurt him. He was trying to hurt him. Now, the way you were like stabbing him up, I don't see how you thought you were just trying to hurt him. It seemed like you were trying to take this man's life. But as I understand, the guy, he got some screws loose and he's not really like a good dude. Like, by the way, I want to say this and make this clear because y'all like to misconstrue my words. I'm not happy that this happened to Tory. Not at all. I am not happy that this happened to him. What I did question is like, okay, well, what's the backstory? What's really been going on? We know Tory got a mouth on him. We know that, and a lot of people just think about the whole Megan situation, but no, he has fought other people and got into it with other people as well too. So we know that he has a mouth on him. And now, am I saying that that's okay? That because he used his words, it's okay? But again, I don't know the politics and I don't know the in and out. But I can't imagine now the whole Tory put a hit on him. I don't know if that's true or not, right? But I can't imagine that the guy would have just if they were cool, I can't imagine him just doing that without him actually thinking like Tory can without him thinking Tory could do something to him. It feels like there's more to that story. And more to the story other than Rock Nation set this guy up to do it and all that. Nah, I don't think that. No. I don't think that at all. That Rock Nation or Megan had something to do with it and all this or the evidence that was supposed to be out. The evidence had nothing to do with that. But I do want to say this about the people who talked about the evidence. Don't forget, Unite the People are the same people that left Milagro Grams high and dry. They're the same people who led us to believe that there were new information out there, but it was already information that was presented in court. The only thing that was different was the testimony from the driver that drove Kelsey to the trial. Not Joaquin Smith, who was in the car the night of the shooting. It was the guy who drove her to the trial and said he overheard her talking to her husband and admitting that she did it. And again, I feel that the way that Unite the People are trying to work, because you got to remember, they're allegedly a nonprofit. So they don't get income like that. So what I'm trying to state to you guys is I don't know if they are trying to get clout off of the Tory situation and this is why they're pushing so hard, or are they legit lawyers? I don't know. But something with that Unite the People just don't feel right with me. And I feel like they're clout chasing out the moment. And I don't think they're the right people for Tory. And this is coming from somebody who's not a Tory fan. I feel like there's something shady with these Unite the People. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Okay, put a 1 in the chat. You think Unite the People are doing a great job. Put a 2 in the chat. You think they're doing a horrible job. 1, good job. 2, bad job. Let me know, because I could be wrong. Y'all might think they're doing a great job. Yeah, everybody said bad job. Yeah. Even some people who like Tory, they feel like they're doing a bad job. Like, and maybe Tory is desperate, so he's like, okay, because I don't know how much money Tory has, right? But I can imagine that trying to fight something like this is very expensive. I know he got like 200K from Chris Brown, but that's not going to be enough, right? And I don't know if they actually believe that he's innocent, or is this just a thing where they're like, hey, we're going to try to set you up with the best and see what happens. But I feel like Tory's in a bind where he's already spent a whole bunch of money on this. He's probably spent millions on this case, right? And so with that being said, he's just looking for anybody who's willing to help him. And Unite the People are those people that he can probably get on the low, to tell you the truth, for the cheap. Let me look at Tory Lanez's net worth real quick. And by the way, no means I'm trying to say that he's broke, you guys. But what I'm saying is these legal fees. I mean, does he plan on fighting this for the next 10 years? He's gonna run out of money. They say he's worth $2 million. Yeah, he can't fight this like that. Nah. Mm-mm. I don't know. Maybe he can call him a Kardashian or something like that. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no. And while we on the next of Unite the People, so Milagro, her lawyer in Florida, dropped out, but then also Unite the People dropped out too. They was all like, yeah, we up out of here. We don't have any money. We can't represent her, right? So it says Unite the People Inc. was retained as pro bono counsel by defendant in the above reference matter to draft and send cease and desist letters on behalf of defendant. Y'all, remember when she said it was pro bono? Like, oh yeah, they're supposed to put up the money. Why I gotta put up my own money when they said they were going to help me, blah, blah, blah. They said they were only going to help her send cease and desist. She's being sued. And she runs her mouth. So what cease and desist would she have to send? Wouldn't people have to... people would send her a cease and desist to shut up. They wouldn't do it the other way around, right? But yeah. And then what I'm wondering, you guys, did she know that this was it? And she just hoodwinked us and made it seem like, oh yeah, she had a lawyer, blah, 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 all that shit. Did she hoodwink us? Did she bamboozle us? Well, I didn't get no money. She bamboozled y'all. Y'all gave the money. She lied to us and them. It's highlighted right here. I forgot where I got this off of Twitter. Twitter, they be going in on her. It says Unite the People Inc. was retained as pro bono counsel by defendant in the above referenced matter to draft and send cease and desist letters on behalf of defendant. Unite the People is unable to secure and retain local Florida counsel for this matter due to financial reasons from both Unite the People Inc. and from defendant. Due to financial reasons, which have arisen by defendant and Unite the People Inc. Unite the People Inc. seeks to withdraw from representation and defend it as pro hoc vice, or however you say that, counsel in this matter. Yo. And then, oh, I didn't get the screenshot of it, y'all, but the judge granted it. The judge was all like, okay. They, yo, I didn't know that the judge could leave you high and dry. Ain't that some shit? But she said she has Chris Brown. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Y'all better do the refund thing for GoFundMe. Because then I'm also thinking like, okay, so you quote unquote took the money and you paid the lawyer 25K. Okay, well what happens now? Like you paid on 25K, was that like back pay, or because yeah, you should have kept that money. Maybe she did, I don't know. But it's quite funny how, you just all like, oh, whatever happens, happens. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Like, what, like, you need to do something. These people are going to drag you through the coals. Milagro should have never put in. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? Even if she believes Tory is innocent, right? She's not changing that. She does believe that he's innocent, right? Why still then go off on Megan and try to slander her name and say all this shit? Like, leave it alone. Why is it so personal to you? Like, when I tell a story, we're dragging these celebrities, we're saying whatever. And then when I get off of here, I'm chilling, y'all. I'm chilling. I'm not literally making it my civil duty to try to hurt somebody or try to, and it's not even just necessarily hurt somebody. Like, you're putting out misinformation. And the sad part is that you were at the court case. Like, so you are the source. Where compared to, like, say, for instance, me, I'll be like, oh, well, I heard blah, blah, blah. I got it from here. No, you went to the court and you still put out misinformation. And now they're trying to say that Tory was feeding you information and all this other stuff. And they were able to find the station head where she said that she got a call from Tory and she spoke with him. I forgot the exact details, but she said she got a call and they spoke. It was regarding the case. So at the end of the day, you still, yeah, it's still not a good look for you. Even if it's not true that Tory is paying you to attack him, um, shit, you ain't gonna have no lawyer. So either way, you're gonna have to figure some shit out. And that's just me being honest. She gonna have to figure some shit out. I hate to put it that way, but and also too, not saying that she needs to be on here sad and crying or anything like that, but at least show like some kind of humility. Like, well, shit, I'm in a effed up situation. Maybe I should just chill out and move on to something new, or maybe I should leave this alone because, as you see, in for whatever reason, Milagro feels that she's on the same level as Tori. Now, some of y'all might be all like, "AT2, that's crazy." She don't think she's on the same level as Tori. Yeah, as far as she feels like the fans and everyone should have her back. The way the fans and everyone has Tori back, she feels like they should have her back in that same way. You're not the celebrity. They were never going to have your back like that. Never. The 12th of never. They were never going to have your back. Tory is the star. You are just Milagro, the blogger, the YouTuber. They weren't going to, and I'm not saying that she doesn't have support. I mean, obviously she had enough support to get 25K, right? But if you thought people were going to be rallying for you, people are going to be like, "Yeah, I got you. I got you." Yeah, they'll say, "Well, you know, the story's trending." They'll say they have your back, but do they really have your back? No. They can give a damn. You just another person to them. Like, thank you. You know, you gave us a safe space to say free Tory, free Tory. You gave us a free space to say Megan stepped on glass. You gave us a free space to speak our mind and bash Megan. But other than that, what did you offer the people? Because if you were to change and go like, oh, well, you know, maybe Tory is guilty, I bet you those same people will turn on your ass. So do they really like you for you, or do they like you because you support Tory? Daystar won't help her with her legal. No. He ain't helping her with her legal bills. Nah. And here's the thing. I can't even be mad at it because one, they're trying to say that, you know, he's a co-conspirator with her, right? And then two, he got to pay his own bills. He got to pay all the lawyers. He got to pay his own lawyers. He ain't got enough money to, you know, do him and her. I hate to put it so bluntly, but it's true, you know? In no way, shape, or form can he afford all of them. No. All right. So moving on to TD Jakes, you guys. So TD Jakes' lawyers filed a motion to dismiss the dismissal. I forgot the actual terminology, how you put it. Hold on, let me see if I can find the doc. And I'm not reading all 483 pages. Hell no. We don't need to read all 483 pages. Trust me. All the other YouTubers read it for you. I'm just giving you the highlights. That's what AT2 is for. The highlights. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this up because Larry Reid possibly could be added to this lawsuit. I think it was already leaning that way, but definitely after what I read and what I have seen, yeah. So I want to pull up this part right here real quick. And I'm gonna just read it off my screen because it's bigger. Because yeah, if I can't see it, I know y'all can't see it on y'all screen. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Hold on! Hold on! And please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Let me play a throwback commercial, and I'll be right back, you guys. Hold on.
Monica, this is for you, baby. Miss Bojangles herself, allegedly. I know you're just an avatar, but baby, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you're just an avatar, but baby girl, you wear real well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya, yeah. You might be a Grand Theft Auto character, yeah. Monica, Avatar, but baby girl, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you just an avatar, but baby girl, you wear it well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya.
Had to hit y'all with the throwback. Okay. So I want to go ahead and read this. I'm starting on page 17. So it says, in an argument, in arguing that there was no agreement between him and his co-conspirator, Youngblood makes up his legal support out of thin air. Exactly zero of his case in this section have anything to do with conspiracy claims, specifically the Franklin prescription, Blackwell, and Romano cases. For the reason alone, his argument fails. Regardless, plaintiff clearly alleges that Youngblood and at least the host of LRL, Larry Reid, acted jointly to develop the launch of the YouTube series, beginning with October 28th episode, which specifically aimed a public attack on Jakes that falsely claimed he tried to groom and sexually abuse Youngblood. And they did so to destroy Bishop Jake's reputation and public image, and to line their own pockets on the back of their knowing false defamatory attacks, including the preliminary of primarily, you guys, by extorting millions of dollars from Bishop Jakes directly, or else the attacks would persist. First, Youngblood and Lise Reid, the host and principal of the YouTube show that gave Youngblood the platform to attack Bishop Jakes, acted jointly to develop and launch the October 28th show titled The Abused Becomes the Abuser, that specifically aimed a public attack on Bishop Jakes, thereby endorsing the false accusation. Second, at least Reid and Youngblood acted jointly to further their common purpose by launching the second LOR episode on November 3rd, titled The Abused Becomes the Abuser, Part 2. Here again, Reid is no mere interviewer. He endorses and extracts from Youngblood the false details about Jakes he wanted for his show. For example, at the beginning of the November 3rd episode, Reid specifically tells Youngblood to explain how Jake's conduct was predatory in nature. This sets the stage for Youngblood to weave a story about being pushed in a corner by Jakes, unlike prior narrative that did not include any touch at all. Ooh. Wow. Which then allows Reid to say Bishop Jakes violated and groomed you, all while attempting to add credibility to Youngblood's accusation by stating Youngblood feels honest to him and that Youngblood is merely telling the story. Reid further buttressed Youngblood's false claims by stating that Jakes had fixers called to stop his show from airing more episodes about Youngblood's story, and those efforts validated Youngblood's claims which were patently false. Wow. So remember, he had already, what's up, Cups? He had always said, talking about Larry Reid, hold on, let me take this down so y'all can see my face. Larry has always said, like, oh yeah, Jakes, his people reached out to me, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, this was around the time with the whole Manasseh situation. Remember, there's supposed to be like these 4 victims and stuff like that. This is all in record. I can go back to some of my videos and pull some of this up where he's talking about like, oh yeah, his fixers reached out to me and this person, and I know there's been a few settlements. And so Youngblood is thinking, oh shit, well, I can get a settlement. If he settled with all these people, I can get a settlement too. Because here's the thing, the quote-unquote extortion letter or demand letter, the demand letter was sent on November 15th. So he had the 28th, which was the first show. Then part 2 on November 3rd. And then by the 15th, he was already sent a demand letter saying that he wanted $6 million. $6 million for a kiss that did not happen. Y'all, this is crazy. Thank you, Critic, for becoming a member. Shout out to you. $6 million for a kiss that did not happen. And now, is that interview still up, you guys? I have to go back and listen to it. Did the first time, because what they're saying is like the first time he didn't mention that he was actually touched, and then the second time he gave more details, so his story is changing. That's what that's supposed to set you guys. The president is that, okay, well, your story is changing. Your story is not the same. Like, why are you switching up? You know? And thank you, Wendy. So I said I would have some surprise guests, but hell, let me just go ahead and break it to you. Cups will be a surprise guest on the show. So there you go. All right. So going back to the lawsuit, it said the complaint pleads facts. I think I read that part already. No. Oh no, this is the part right here, the third part. Okay. So the complaint pleads facts showing at least the agreement between Youngblood, Reid, and potentially others as a result of Reid giving Youngblood his platform for what he knew would be Youngblood's false accusations about Jake's. The October 28th and November 3rd LRL episode went viral. Then there was extortion demand. By November 15th, Youngblood's lawyer sent a letter to Jake's demanding that he pay $6 million or else. Reid knew and endorsed that plan as evidence by his statements in the podcast that followed the very same night Jakes filed the instant lawsuit, November 25th, 2024. I remember Larry Reid saying that he got a copy of the demand letter that was sent to Jakes. So he did acknowledge that. In that LRR episode, Reid admitted that he knew about and had seen the $6 million demand letter and knew the letter was being sent to Bishop Jakes. Given Reid's own statements taken together with the other factual allegations and complaint at minimum, plaintiff pleads a plausible claim that at least Reid and Youngblood worked together to publish the false story about Jakes to destroy his reputation and extract millions of dollars from him. Now, there's another part where they actually call Youngblood out for a lie. And I can't find it in here right now. Like I said, it's long, so it'd be hard for me to find it. But let me share this with you guys. So there's a part in this whole lawsuit, right, where it calls out Youngblood when he was talking about how you remember Larry had asked him like, oh, so you got out of jail and what did you go back to jail for? What was the other offense? And he said, oh, I was talking to someone inappropriately, like there was inappropriate messages, right? And it's kind of like, oh, so they just sent you back to jail because you contacted a no, he didn't say inappropriate messages. He said he contacted a minor and that was why. And I was all like, okay, just because you had contact with a minor, that's why? Like, it didn't make any sense. Well, TD Jake's lawyers was all like, no, that was a lie. Actually, what happened was that he was counseling these two teens and he was sexually assaulting them for like I think it was either 2 or 3 weeks, but it was multiple weeks. And then there was another inappropriate situation with a minor as well, too. So that's why he went back to jail. He didn't break his probation because he had a conversation with a minor. That's the way he made it seem. No, he was still being a nasty motherfucker. And I'm sorry to put it so bluntly like that, but yeah, he was still being a nasty mother. That's why. Mm. And this is the person that you trust their story. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that nothing has ever happened to Youngblood in his life, but you said 3 other pastors try to do something to you. Why did you just and maybe we need clarification on this. But if the now I know one pastor actually died, but the other one is alive. You only sent one to TD Jakes. Is that because you knew TD Jakes had money? You know what I mean? Is that because you knew TD Jakes had money? That's why you just sued him for an attempted kiss, and then he was in the he called you while he was in the bathtub and told you that he doesn't want you sleeping with nobody and you would be his boy toy. Is that what you're telling us? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to see if I can see it here, y'all. Hold on. If proven should be. Dang, I can't find it. Yeah. But yeah. Now, if we want to say TD Jakes, is a freak and he likes this and that and that and this, right? If we want to say that I'm completely fine with that. But what you're saying is that he tried to mess with you when you were a minor because you first told Larry Reid that you were 18, 19. Now you're saying you were possibly in the lawsuit. He said that he was possibly 17, 18. So you're changing your age to make the situation worse. And they also called out Tyrone Blackburn, who's the lawyer on this. Yeah, the same guy who represented Sabrina Peterson in the T.I. and Tiny case. The same guy who represented Jennifer Huff. And has Jennifer Huff been successful at her lawsuit? I'm just wondering. It seemed like this guy, Tyrone Blackburn, went with, okay, if we just go ahead and embarrass these celebrities, we'll be able to get a settlement. No. And I want to say something too. I'm not saying Jennifer because I'm just stating that she is one of them. I'm not saying that Jennifer did not go through something at all. I'm not saying that. However, what I am stating is she's still tied up in that situation with Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj's husband. Sabrina Peterson, they're not going to court until summer 2026. Next year. And mind you, she already owes T.I. and Tiny $100,000. I forgot what the judgment was for, but she owes them $100,000. So Tyrone Blackburn, the only person that he has been successful for is when he sued his old job, and that's allegedly how he was able to start his own firm. But when he sued his own job, that's what he's been successful at. Right, Queen B. Moore. Yep. Mm-hmm. Right, Princess. He sucks. Is he trying to get justice, or is he trying to get a payout settlement? Oh, I forgot. He's representing Little Rod. Him and Little Rod were at the Diddy trial. Here's my thing. If you're not going to testify, why are you there? Why are you there? You're just there for the spectacle and all that. Like, come on. Even though I don't really like Lisa Bloom, but at least it made sense because Don, her client, was testifying. That makes a lot of sense why she would be there, right? But Lil Rod, Tyrone Blackburn, y'all just there for the show, and nah, I don't like that. Yeah, listen, they don't made. We gonna talk about it on Friday, but a lot of these people done made the whole Diddy trial a spectacle, and I'm all like, y'all, I get it, get the content and stuff like that, but some people are just doing way too much, and I'm like, y'all are You know, whatever y'all feel like y'all have to do to make y'all money, I guess do that, right? The fact that the P word can come online and play in people's face and lie on TD Jakes, and people will believe the reason why that he's the P does not does what he does is because TD flirted with. Yeah, and that's the thing, because TD Jakes, as far as I understand, he didn't get anything from you. You were able to escape. He tried to embrace you for a hug and try to kiss you, and you backed away, or you were able to escape his embrace, as you say. So that moment where he tried to give you a kiss turned you into a PDF file. Huh? The moment he tried to attempt to kiss you is why you've been a nasty, perverted bastard all your life, or your adult life, I should say. Let me clarify. All you were a nasty, perverted bastard for your whole entire adult life because TD Jakes attempted to kiss you, and this is why you need $6 million. Cups, I don't make the rules. Listen, this is what he's saying: an attempted kiss. You know how many times, like an attempted kiss has been brought on to me unwarranted. I never That didn't turn me into a monster. Like we gotta, come on now. You playing in our face. You literally are trying to make it seem that TD Jakes is the cause of you being who you are. Because let's just say, okay, TD Jakes did kiss him, then that made well, compared to what you were doing, sir, you wasn't doing no kissing. You were doing some of them were full on relationships, as I understand, you guys. Like, this was, it was a mutual thing. You can't have a mutual thing with a minor. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. You can't have a mutual thing with a minor. No, I don't accept that shit. No. And that's the way he tried to put it, that it was a mutual thing. Mutual with a minor? Nah, 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 uh-uh. And then we have to go back, because here's the thing. Larry Reid always try to put it out there like, oh, that would be dumb if Jake's why would Jake sue whatchamacallit? Dwayne Youngblood. Why would he sue him? Why would he sue him? Well, there was a demand letter sent saying, like, if you don't pay me $6 million, we're going to put more stuff out there about you, and we're going to do X, Y, and Z. So of course he sued. He had to sue to protect himself. Dwayne Youngblood hit first. So was TD Jakes just supposed to take it? And especially when you know it's a lie, he's just supposed to take that? Why would Larry question why Jakes would sue rather than question why Youngblood would even send a goddamn demand letter for $6 million? And especially for an attempted kiss. And I'm not saying, a little essay is okay. I'm not saying a little sexual assault is okay. But this was a kiss that he refused, and it did not happen. And you're trying to say that this caused you so much distress and your life was ruined because of this. It's not making no sense. But again, the reason why, because Larry tried to say, "Oh, it's less than smart," or "That's dumb." Larry is always calling somebody dumb and stupid. No, it was dumb and stupid to have this PDF file on your goddamn channel when he literally just got out of jail and he done touched 35 billion? Well, let me not exaggerate the number, but it was more than one minor that he touched. And then you felt bad for his story about his whole, he hasn't overcome anything because he had just got out of jail a few months ago, you guys. I forgot the date of when he got out of jail, but it was only months of when Youngblood got out of jail. Youngblood wasn't out of jail like like this isn't like an old story. Like Youngblood had just got out of jail some months ago, right? Lady J CTV told him in so many words, said Ninja please. Right. Shout out to CTV. I didn't see his video, but yeah. None of what Youngblood is, and I guess that's why, like, also people were saying, like, okay, well, it makes sense that, yeah, this must be some kind of conspiracy because why the hell would he ever think that he would be able to send a demand letter to TD Jakes, something that happened 30 years ago? 30 years ago. And you're sending a demand letter now trying to say, nah, Oh, the jingle? uh, I know Trump pardoned NBA young boy, Larry Hoover, and then the Chris Lees. But Youngblood ain't getting no pardon. I don't know if you trying to suggest that at all. Absolutely not. Or hell, the way it's going, you never know if you get a pardon. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, this happened in the 90s. This situation happened in the 90s. Like this thing with young, this was when TD Jakes was first starting out. So, and then you kind of think about it. Well, TD Jakes, he didn't have the money to like have some kind of boy toy and all this other. Like, come on now. That didn't make any. That didn't make no sense at all. None. Youngblood gonna be looking crazy like Joe Exotic. Yeah, the Tiger King. That's one person that he hasn't pardoned. I think that year Larry and Youngblood had been planning this for a while because he was in. Well, here's the thing. Remember, he had mentioned that they had talked before. Like they had been talking for a while. So I wonder, are they going to bring that up? Like they have been talking for a while. Because what could you be talking? Like, what were y'all talking about? Like, okay, you're gonna do an interview. That's it. But like, what were you really talking about? Was Manasseh brought up? Because still, remember Larry Reid was all like, "Oh yeah, there's a lawsuit gonna come. Yeah, he's gonna Manasseh's gonna do a lawsuit," and he would announce it every month that Manasseh was gonna do a lawsuit. Guess what happened? No lawsuit from Manasseh. Manasseh doesn't even talk about it. So did Manasseh get a settlement or something like that to shut up? We don't know. And you say you knew four other people, and a few of them got settlements. Now, if he adds you to this lawsuit, Larry, you're going to have to prove that. We're going to see, how good your predictions be. And are you really telling the truth? Are you really walking with God? Are you really walking with Jesus? Yeah. Some people's faith is going to be tested. I'll tell you that. People's faiths are going to be tested. Because somebody's lying in this situation. And we want to know who. You know? Larry Reid ends up in more sticky situations than anyone I know, but let him tell it he's squeaky clean. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I haven't even brought up all the situations Larry Reid has been in, but his hands are not clean in these situations as far as you be involved in a lot of shit and a lot of serious shit, not anything to play around with, like some serious, like you're not, here's the thing. When y'all say AT2 is messy, AT2 is this, yeah, this is based off of what you guys see on YouTube. In my real life, I don't have issues with everyone. I wouldn't be able to walk around outside if I had these many issues. If I have an issue with a YouTuber, like, yeah, who gives a damn, right? I hate to put it that way, but yeah, it's the truth. Now, if I'm having issues with people in my personal life and in the street, that's different. I'm not having those kind of issues. Not saying I'm perfect, but it's not like, oh yeah, I screwed a friend out of money and I stole from them and all this other thing. You don't see that. Any YouTube relationship, which we will be dragging a lot of these YouTubers on Friday. Any YouTube relationship, I don't give a damn. You can have it. AT2, you're a horrible person on YouTube. Okay. This summer I'm gonna be a heel, you guys. I'm a wrestling fan. Right now I'm a baby face. Everybody likes me, but I'm turning heel. I'm gonna be a bad guy. I want to be bad this summer, y'all. Can I be bad this summer? I need a little switch up. YouTube needs to be fun again, so I need to switch up and be a heel. I need to be a bad guy, and that's what I plan on doing this summer. AT2 versus. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show right here. But real quick, I read off the list. So these are all the people who I ever got in a beef with on YouTube. Don't forget the celebration is on Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you guys check it out. 9 o'clock Eastern Time, all that. Yeah, y'all get it. All right. So here we go. Y'all ready for the list? Okay. And I believe we're at 70. Oh, I forgot to add White Jamal on here, y'all. White Jamal, a.k.a. Chris Todd. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right, so we got Real, a.k.a. Lefty, rest in peace. Dear Yvette, Katie Joy, Jaguar Wright, all her 4 exes, Odell, TJ, Goomba, Sip, EO and JR, Cheryl and Peril, the Potterhead, Maven, aka the $200 voodoo priestess lady, Amber, Rabbit, Jane, Bossy, Raven, August and Rello, Heidi, Cooch, Maria and Ann, Carrie Taylor. This is that subscriber dude I was telling you guys about. Meet Cruz, Yolanda, Kimmy Love, BX Feast Boy, Terry Lynn, John Cooter Brown Yates, and his husband, who's 1/16th black, Sammy, Maggie, Dookie Wade, King Payne, Toxic Diamond, Tales from the Cult, Genesis, Ralph the Wise, Davin Lewis, Siwa Moon, Roadhog the Racist, All About the Trees, Goody, King World, Kulu, Red Label. Hold on, we're not done yet. We're not done. Aaron, my auntie, MZ, and y'all make me add my auntie on there. Y'all ain't shit. Monica, aka All About the Tea. Let me read your transcript. Wiley, Hood Life Chronicles. Shout out to Hood Life. She left a comment on my video. Hood Life Chronicles. Sweet Diaper Booty, aka Sweet Pea Diaries. Sparkle, Queen Tulsa, Tokyo Tony, Unwind with Teddy, Ken Nola, VS Icon, Miss Loretta, Miss Messy, Miss Madas, Nomad Journey, Shane from the Sean Atwood channel, and Jolene and Busy Blue. The Melissas, it's like these Melissa troll accounts. I put Melissa on there, and then White Jamal, aka Chris Todd. So yeah, those are all the people who I beef with the last 5 years I've been on here. I didn't beef with Evangelist Val. We had like a little, like a little tiff or something like that, but I didn't really beef with her. Like, yeah, I'm cool with Evangelist Val. Unless there's something I don't know about. Didn't Claudia cuss you out one time? No, Claudia will DM you. Claudia didn't cuss me out. She DM'd me. But yeah, Jesus, that's a lot of people. I was reading Ashley's comment. Hold on. Let me pull it up right here. That is funny. Oh my God. Oh, good night, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Oh, you just had the commercial. Yeah. Yeah, I just got the commercial. No, we didn't have a beef. Yeah, I just played the commercial. Yeah. You was out here working. Yo, but I feel like that's a good amount of people. I've been on here 5 years. Yeah, that's a good amount of people, I am the prince. You're right about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that's a lot of people. So yeah, y'all let me know if I missed anybody on that list. Evangelist Val, I just played the commercial. We didn't have a beef. I promise. You forgot Dumb and Dumberer. Oh, who? I got Cheryl and Peril on here. Hold on, I don't know who you're referencing. Who's Dumb and Dumber? Oh, you're still here. Okay, good. After Friday talking about all these people, you're gonna have to fight. Oh yeah, that's them. No, I'm not gonna add the mama on there. No, I honestly, like I said, I still give her prayers and everything. Like, yeah, there's no problem with her. Oh, Michael Stovall. Oh, I forgot. See, y'all be keeping me on my A game. Michael Stovall. I forgot Michael. Michael called me a shitty leg bastard. Oh yeah, I gotta add Michael Stovall on here. Damn. Hey, it's gonna be 82 versus 200. Yeah, by the time we get to Friday, yep. What's up, Couture Day? Good morning. Thank you for that, V. I forgot about Michael Stovall. See, I knew when I said this list aloud, y'all were going to be all like, oh yeah, 82, didn't you fight with this person, that person? Mod Squad original crew. Did I fight? I don't feel like I fought with the mods over there. Did I? I don't know. Oh, I will say this. Remember, what's her name? John Yates moderator, the Julie148. Yeah, let me add Julie148 on here. That lady was a trip. Yeah, Julie148. We gotta add her on here. Oh, Critic, I fought with you too. Yeah, I used to hate Critic. I couldn't stand Critic. Let me add you on here real quick. Is there any other of y'all in the chat who I fought with? Are we good? Yo! Oh my god. I'm gonna keep my question about the beef for Friday. Okay, yeah. Say your question when you come up. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the Q&A is in my community tab. You guys will see it, Q&A. Auntie Ham, no, I've never feuded with Auntie Hammy. No, Auntie Hammy always gave me props and everything like that. Nah. Yeah, me and Auntie Hammy are good. We actually follow each other on Instagram. Cousin, you are one of a kind. Yep, definitely. 82 versus 1,000. Yeah, damn, there's been a lot. How many we got on the list? Let me count real quick. So that's one. And I'm going to transfer this over so you guys can see the list too. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my God, we might be at 100, y'all. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Ooh, y'all. There's probably like 15 people that I probably don't even remember, but I could, or 25, I'm sorry. There's probably 25 people I don't even remember that I could probably add on this list too. Yeah, y'all let me know by Friday. What about China's mom? Oh yeah, I got Tokyo Tony on here. Yeah, Tokyo Tony is on here. Shout out to our cousin Stephanie. You got more beef than Wendy's. Yeah. Yo, all yeah, the forgotten beefs. I'm pretty sure by me talking about it, I'll probably have 25 more beefs by Friday, you know. It is what it is. They come with the territory. But literally, this is more like my fun way of like letting all the shit go. Like I don't plan on carrying this on the next 5 years or however much longer I'm on YouTube for. I don't plan on carrying all this over. Like this is done. I'm just having fun with y'all talking about some of the old school beats I had with people. I know y'all wanted to know why I got into it with August and Rello. And then y'all also want to know why I got into it with Katie Joy. And then there was one more. Oh, Miss Loretta. Y'all want to know how I got into it with her. Yeah, I put Nomad on there. Yeah. Did you call Tasha K or Storm? No, I've never had any issue with them. Like if I give commentary, like for example, Funky Dineva, I give commentary on. I don't have an issue with Funky Dineva. Like I've given commentary, good and bad, on Tasha K and Storm. So yeah, I don't have an issue with them. I'm ready to see it all. Yeah, rest in peace to the all the 100 Bs. Yeah, RIP to all of them. Yeah, I am not carrying all that over into the new. Nah, we on the bigger and better things, right? Well, at least I am. Ooh, I appreciate y'all. I've been able to extend the show out an hour. That's pretty good. Okay, okay, okay. All right, you guys, I'm really going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here, but I appreciate y'all for watching the show. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. As you guys know, well, some of y'all just got here. We reached 61K. So I do want to say thank you to everybody who got me to 61,000. Thank you. We just hit 60. Now we hit 61. So y'all keep continuing to bless me. And I'm lucky I get to live my dreams through you guys, which is to entertain y'all. All the pleasantries and all the crying and shit, we'll do that on Friday. So thank you. I love y'all. Deuces, everybody.